Hello students, welcome to my YouTube channel which is called World Current Static GK Platform. So in today's video we are going to do about fundamental rights in Indian Constitution, which is very important topic. It is often asked in the examination. So in today's video we are going to do the main features of Indian Constitution, which is borrowed from various foreign constitutions, which is very important. So let's start today's video. So we all know that India has borrowed many of its constitution from many countries around the world. As we know, Indian constitution is one of the lengthiest constitution in the world. Very important. So let's start the today's video with the following are the various countries around the world from which very important provision of our Indian constitution has been borrowed. So first of all, we are going to talk about British constitution. From British constitution, India has borrowed the first past the post system, which tells about the who is the winner in the election. Parliament form of government, as we all know, we have parliament form of government both at center and state, and idea of rule of law, lawmaking procedure, as we all know, CRPC, IPC, which was recently amended by new bills by the Parliament of India, by the Government of India. It is also borrowed from British Constitution. And office of CAG, very important. CAG means Controller Auditor General of India's office also been borrowed from the British Constitution. And single citizenship, very important. All the citizens of India have just one citizenship, that is Indian citizenship. It is also borrowed from British Constitution. And prerogative rights and parliament privileges. Parliament privileges is about the privileges that are enjoyed by the member of parliament MPs. It is also borrowed from the British Constitution. Institution of speaker and his role, that is very important. जो लोकसभा में स्पीकर होते हैं उनका जो रोल है, उनकी जो पोस्ट है, वो भी बोरो की गई है from British Constitution. So let's go to the next country, and that is USA Constitution. India has borrowed the fundamental rights from USA and power of judicial review, which is the power of Supreme Court to connect inquiry and tell about it is a court that is judicial review is a power of the Supreme Court under which the Honorable Supreme Court can declare a law passed by Parliament as against the Constitution and invalid. Independent judiciary, as we all know, our country has an independent judiciary. It is borrowed from USA Constitution. Written Constitution, we have already talked about it. We have lengthiest constitution in the world. Our constitution is written constitution, not like Britain. And preamble is also taken from USA Constitution. Preamble is also called the introduction of a constitution. And impeachment of president, very important. As we all know, the president of India can be impeached in the parliament. And removal of Supreme Court and High Court judges, this provision is also taken from USA Constitution. And the post of vice president, very important. We have a vice president, and the post of vice president has been taken from USA Constitution. And as we all know, that president is the head of the armed forces. This provision is also taken from the USA Constitution. And the next one is from Ireland. From Ireland, India has borrowed the directive principle of state policy. Second, method of election of President of India. Third, nomination of member of Rajya Sabha by the President of India. It's very important. आपको पता है 12 members are nominated in Rajya Sabha by the President, and this provision has been taken from Ireland. Next one is from Canadian Constitution. India had borrowed quasi-federal form of government from the Canadian Constitution, that is federal system with a strong center. And distribution of power between center and state, it is the same thing. It is also taken from Canadian Constitution. And idea of residual power, it means the subject which is not mentioned in a state list or central list, it is under the central power directly. It is called idea of residual power. Appointment of state governor by the center, so it also has been taken from the Canadian Constitution. And advisory jurisdiction of Supreme Court, very important. As we all know, it is taken from Canadian Constitution. The President of India can ask for advice from the Supreme Court, which is binding on the Supreme Court that they must give their advice to the President. And next one is from USSR, that is present Russia, formerly called USSR. India has borrowed fundamental duties and 5-year planning from USSR. Very important. As we all know, as we enjoy fundamental rights, at the same time we have some fundamental duties towards our country which has been taken from USSR, Soviet Union, presently called Russia. And previously there was 5-year planning. It was also taken from USSR, and now from Australian Constitution. From Australian Constitution, India has borrowed the concurrent list. Concurrent list means a list of subjects in which both central and state government can make law. Joint sitting of both House of Parliament. This provision has also been taken from Australian Constitution. If there is any debate over a particular law, then joint sitting of the both House of Parliament take place. It is called by the President and presided by the Speaker of Lok Sabha, as we all know. And provision regarding trade, commerce, intercourse. It is also taken from Australian Constitution, and language of preamble is also been taken from Australian Constitution. And language of preamble comes under 8th schedule of the Constitution. And next one is from Germany. From Germany, India has borrowed suspension of fundamental rights during emergency. Very important. And emergency comes under, national emergency comes under Article 352. From South African Constitution. From South African Constitution, India has borrowed the procedure of constitutional amendment under Article 68 and also election of member of Rajya Sabha. Very important, very important. जो सिंपल इलेक्शन होते हैं राज्यसभा के, वो प्रोविजन कहाँ से की गई है? साउथ अफ्रीकन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के. नेक्स्ट वन फ्रॉम फ्रांस. इट्स वेरी सिंपल, सभी जानते हैं इसको. फ्रॉम फ्रांस, इंडिया हैज बोरोड लिबर्टी, इक्वालिटी एंड फ्रेटर्निटी. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. From Japanese constitution, this is very very important. Most of the people don't know about it. So from Japanese constitution, India has borrowed procedure established by law कि अगर कोई भी केस चलेगा तो वो किसके ऊपर आधारित होगा? वो हमारे लॉ के ऊपर आधारित होगा जो लिखा गया है. So that's it for today's video. It is very important. We have covered all the important provisions which India has borrowed from various foreign constitutions. So if you like the video, please subscribe to the channel and comment below. And if you want to practice any type of daily MCQ quizzes from Indian Constitution and from biology, then you can go to my website, that is sciencematheducationplatform.in, which is free of cost. And okay, thank you. We will meet in next video. Thank you very much.